Powered by Riverside FM.
Welcome everybody to Choey and Jandler's The Fun Time Super Trick Happy Hour. Welcome, Choey.
Welcome, Jandler.
There we go. Sounds back on. And sorry because I was uploading some music. This is for your Cowboys right now. All right. Sorry about that.
For the next 5 years. Thanks, Dak Prescott.
You're like, well, you're like, basketball's around the corner, so we can start rooting for the Spurs to kind of make playoff runs, some pushes.
Yeah, that's probably more thing like trading the blue and silver for the silver and black.
Yeah. But all right, dude, let's go ahead and jump into our headlines, all right?
Here are today's effing holidays.
I meant holidays. That's what I meant. I hit the right button. I just didn't say the right word. I meant holidays. On September 20th, I didn't find as many holidays that I thought were funny. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So today is National Punch Day. It's one of those. I don't know about you, but you read stuff, maybe you don't quite you kind of glance at it, right? You're like National Punch Day. I thought people are throwing punches. No, punch is a sort of old school meaning. It's not really soda. It's not really juice, and it's not completely a cocktail. It's a punch, and we love it so much, especially on National Punch Day every September 20th. Right? So it's not a punch your friend in the face day, just so you know.
Well, I'm not sure, what was that, the Hawaiian punch, where they got the whole commercials, the guy went around and punched people in the face? You're like, what?
I went to school, 6th grade, I lived up near Dallas with my dad, and there was a kid, his last name was Wyan, right? Like W-Y-A-N, I think it was. And so he did that joke for that year. He's like, hey, you want a Hawaiian punch? And that's what he would do.
You're all, wah.
All right, also, today is National String Cheese Day. You like string cheese, dude?
I mean, it's not my super favorite, but it's got its place in time. It does. I just don't get how does it how they process it? Yeah, where they're able to get to be stringy like that. And it's always straight. I don't know. It's weird.
Real quick, every year September 20th gives us the opportunity to celebrate National String Cheese Day. If you've ever tasted the stringy deliciousness of this snack, you know it's no wonder it has its own holiday, right? You know what I think is kind of amazing, and we've talked about this at least on one episode about how the first person would ever eat something, way back when. Cheese I like cheese, but it's mold, It's whoever back, however long it was, centuries ago, was like, hey, let me go eat that colored moldy thing that stinks, and they're like, hey, it's kind of delicious. I'm just saying,
Especially blue cheese. I realize that's not the holiday, but blue cheese straight up looks gross, but it tastes good.
Oh yeah. And then this isn't really a September 20th holiday, but the day after is Batman Day. September 21st, Batman Day. It is a global celebration. Picture the most timeless superhero ever. We're sure you're picturing Batman and Batman only. I'm actually picturing other superheroes, but Batman has got a very interesting story, right? I just, hey, something kind of cool. The 21st. So there are our holidays, and now roll into I always forget this.
You think Bruce Wayne paid the $5,000 for his own holiday?
Yeah, dude, he probably just. Is that even a quarter to him, or a penny?
Probably not.
It's probably a fraction of a cent or whatever.
He ponies up. He's like, not that he's like, I just love the big guy Batman. I'm not Batman. I'm just ponying it up just in case you want to celebrate me. I mean that guy.
All right. Let me find my buzzer here. Okay. I thought I lost it. Do I have my buzzer? I do not have my buzzer, so I got to use flibberwumping, right? Let's go to the weather. The flibberwumping humidity wants to punch you in the Caucasaurus Rex today.
I was thinking you were gonna flibber that one. but I guess not.
Well, it doesn't make as much sense if you flip or lump that one up.
I know, but it's like
And
okay.
then the rated G one. Today, the humidity is going to punch you right in the wonder pocket. It's a lot of hitting today on National Punch Day. If
I
you think
know,
about it,
like it's like
just kind of worked out that way. It's like the weather knew. WTF
they
knew.
they realize, hey, it's open season on punching people in the mommy daddy butt.
It's 81 degrees with the humidity feeling like 94 out there. I think we talked about it last time. Yeah, we hit that cold front like 2 weeks ago,
Yeah.
and I got it. I should know better because I used to live up north, and we've been here long enough. I fell for the trap, man. I was like, oh, it's cooling down. No, it isn't. No, it isn't. It's gonna be warm for a little bit. Maybe mid October we'll feel some fallish kind of
It'd be
temperatures or
nice
whatever.
just to be able to not be so dang muggy.
You don't like sweating a lot when you get inside. You're like feeling like it's a swamp, and you got to take a shower every time you walk in from outside.
I mean, I'm all good. I'm all good if I need to. But it's just like one of those where you have to run to the car to like avoid sweating your butt off.
You know what kind of sucks right now is I'm having some AC issues with my car. Sometimes it's
Yeah.
really cool, and sometimes it's not quite as cool. So there's times I'm sweating, like I'm just drenched, and there's other times I'm fine. It's odd, and I probably need to take it in and get looked at, but I just haven't had time. So moving on to headlines real quick, sir.
It's time for this week's edition of Choey and Jandler's headlines. Yay! Hooray!
My first one, and by the way, do you have any headlines you want to share?
No, I'm good. Sure, nothing.
You're good. All right.
No.
I don't know how you are. Are you would you consider yourself a speed walker, or are you a slow person when you walk in the hallway?
Usually more on the fast side.
Yeah, see, same for here, dude. This week I got stuck behind like a kid, and there's like a first grader, right, and like a sibling, maybe like a third grade sibling, maybe like a kinder and a third grade sibling, and then I had like an adult, and so like they were just taking up. It's like how people sometimes they walk down the middle of the hallway, and they just take up like the whole hallway, and you're like, I got no space, man. Like, I
Yeah.
can't go around, and I'm like, it was so slow, man. So everyone here was like, man, this is supposed to say kids walk so slow in the hallway instead of do slow. It's like it reminded me of Ferris Bueller. Remember that old lady who could barely see the steering wheel, and she was driving like all over the place, and Ferris's dad was like, get out of the way.
It
It was like
me
that.
like almost every time I'm at the grocery store where I'm like, and they park their cart here. And it hasn't happened like just the other morning. I'm there getting groceries, and this lady's got her car on one side, and she's looking at cans of chili on the other. So it's like you're blocking both sides of the thing. I can't go around you. And she just looks, and it keeps going. It's like you see me. I know you see me, and I want to just like smack into her and be like, I'm sorry, I didn't see you there either.
I think that's one of those perks of getting up there in age, though, right? You're just like, I'm gonna do what I want to do.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, I can't
You're
wait
like,
to be
you
like
go around
70.
me.
I'm gonna be like 70 with like one of those little automated carts and just run into things just because. What are you gonna do about them? I can't.
Oh, that's a good one. I every now and then I stop at one of those neighborhood Walmarts on my way to school because I got to get snacks for kids or something, right? And and sometimes like I do this. It's when it opens up. It's at 6 a.m. The only people you see at 6 a.m. are like the retired people, pretty much. Like they get up early, they get it done because they don't want to deal with crowds and everything. And I get that, but I'll see some older people, and I feel bad. I'm like, I wonder if that's gonna be me because you could tell that it hurts to walk. That they look like a candy cane. Because they're hunched over, and you're like, oh, that's gonna suck. But now I don't know if you can hear it. My next headline: my allergies have gotten a little bit better.
Yeah.
I mean, I still sound nasally and congested and stuff, but dude, I'm like exclusively bathing in sanitizer now because these kids, and that's what they just sneeze on you. Like they're just germ factories.
Yeah.
It's like they have no physical awareness or no spatial awareness of where they're at and where you're at. And it's like, psh, and you're like, oh, at least I am. And then I feel bad about it. I'm like, oh, gangway, gotta wash my hands now.
The one that gets me is when they're like, they wipe their hands and then they grab like the pencil and
Oh,
then like here can you and like they go to hand you something. I'm like I just saw you touch your book like you I can see the sliminess that you wiped on your shirt
well, I know, like
and you didn't wash your hands and you want me to touch that. I'm like no I'm not gonna touch any of that right now. Like you stay
I
away.
I like oh, some of these aren't popping in. Uh, when there's kids, I pull small groups, and I'll have
Mhm.
kids in there, and they have like the snot bubble, and I'm like, like go get it. But in my head, I'm like, how do you not feel that? I was like, I can understand you may not feel like a booger, but I was like, a snot bubble, like that's got to
And
be
how does it
noticeable.
pop? Like it's just like chills. It's like it don't pop. Like
Yeah,
how's that even work?
like hey,
You
go
just
get a
like
tissue
poke
real
it.
quick. But now going back to you talk about the pencil.
Yeah.
I, mean, I had teachers, kids will ask me to like tie their shoe. Like, hey, Mr. Bean, can you tie my shoe? And I'm like, can you see if someone else can help you? Because I really don't want to bend down. Like I'm just being lazy, right? Can you see if somebody else can? But I've had other teachers say, and they're right here. These young kids, they don't really wash their, they don't clean themselves as much when they go to the bathroom. So if their shoelace is untied,
Uh,
and they're in the bathroom, then there's urine all over their shoelace. So it's like, yeah, I don't really want to tie that either.
yeah,
So
that's gross. I didn't think of it. I was just thinking like it's dirty, but I think you're right. Like they're walking through pee and poo germs and
the last headline here before I break, we did a fire drill. I think it was Friday. I can't remember which day it was. It was Thursday or Friday. But I have one kid. They ring the bell, right? And it
Mhm.
is. I don't think it's. I know some kids get very sensitive ears with it, especially like kids that are like on the spectrum,
Mhm.
and I get that, right? But I had one of my kids in my class. He just like the kids keep covering their ears, and this one kid was like, "Oh, it's so loud," and he kept, we're supposed to line up at the door, and then we file out, right? He kept walking around in circles, like, "Dude, get in line, like get in line," right? I was like, "Come on, get in line, we gotta go." And I kept having to wait for him, right? And then we got back in. I talked to the class, and like a lot this year, I've been like, "Hey, let's talk about the good stuff and the stuff we need to work on," right? Good stuff. Nobody. So I've had past years where kids would hear that alarm and just start screaming, right? For no reason whatsoever. So I was like, hey, nobody screamed. People lined up. Thank you so much. So I got to be honest, boys and girls. I got one student here who was complaining about the noise, and that student wouldn't get in line. And I'm like telling the class, like, if the noise bothers you, we need to leave the building. Staying in the classroom is just making you keep hearing it. I was like, what is going on? But
You're all. We had one kid, Steven, who doesn't figure out that the noise is not outside,
you're
yet
like, I don't.
prevents us.
Was it like, I don't want to mention names, but it rhymes with peevin, right?
You know, you don't like the noise, Steven, but yet you prevent us from going outside in order to get rid of the noise. What's wrong with you?
Oh, I mean, but it's like, I don't know if I ever told you this, man. I've told some of the teachers. This was years ago. I was on the other side of the school and I was teaching in third grade. And I forget why we were lining up. I think we were getting ready to do interventions, is what it was, right?
Yeah.
So we were getting ready to switch classes. And then they ring the fire alarm bell. And so, like, I was already at the door. That's why I remember this. And I was like, all right, guys, get in line. We got to go. And I had the door open because we were getting ready to switch classes. And I see this one kid come out from another class. And he was on the spectrum, right? And he did have BMC support. And there was some girl in both third grade. And this boy, he like ran and did one of those jumping Superman punches, right? Like just punched the girl in the face.
Yeah.
And then he went off the opposite way in which he was supposed to be going, right? So it was kind of like I had to tell my class, hey, start walking out, follow Miss So and So's group, right? And I had it, and I was like, I told that girl real quick, I was like, hey, I need you to go outside. I was like, I know I saw what happened. Go tell the teacher, I was like, we can't go to the nurse right now, but I need you to go. And then I went to go like track that kid down because he was like, I guess what it was is the sound like just threw him for a complete loop. But just to see that, you know what I mean? Like I just saw him jump and smack this girl like in the face, and I was just like, what the flipper won't, you know?
Use that yourself next time a fire alarm goes off. Smack the kids that bother you in the class. I don't know.
Like, it's the noise, man. It's just a natural reaction.
I think I have a doctor that says I can do that.
All right. Quick break, sir, and then music.
Sounds good. Yep.
All right.
We say toast, convey, cheers, mate, and cheers, mate again, or simply cheers. Sometimes it's all tossing, other times it's cheers, A-U-F and hoser. We also say Sunday, salute, saluting, or Tage, skull, Russia, we cheer, nice of you. And now in Vietnam we can say, yo, that's how Choey and Jandler cheers around the world. Cheers, cheers around the world. Cheers, cheers around the world. Different languages, same sentiments, raising our glasses to friendship and joy. Cheers, cheers around the world. Cheers, cheers around the world. The world.
Let's take a while. I was
saw you
trying to
switch-
do. Oh, you saw the score?
I saw you switch screens. I was like, you son of a.
I wanted to see something happen. And then I was trying to do the math in my head. I was like, watch the final right now be like 41-35. Dak will score like 8, he'll score like 16 points in the fourth quarter. And then Cowboy fans will be like, he almost did it. He almost did it.
I have no idea what the thing about. I've just been kind of switching back and forth on the same page you were playing right now.
Yeah.
And they had the ball, and they were marching down. I guess they went on for a 4th and 4, and the ball's on the other side, and then the ball's back on the Dallas. So Dallas is I guess either turnover on downs or something twice already.
Oh.
So I'm like, whatever, man. I'm like, 1-1, bring everybody back down, and then buckle up for an entire week's worth of y'all overpaid Dak. But no, really. No, really.
Hey, next week we got to coordinate. Next week's our road episode, by the way. We got to coordinate our Choey and Jandler travel to Total Wine. Choey and Jandler's epic adventure, right?
To the booth house.
Epic road trip. All right, hey, I need you to warm up your vocal cords, sir.
I saw that. I saw 2 pages. 2 pages?
Well, it's like 5 facts, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Am I going?
Yeah, you got it?
Okay, yeah. Here we go. All right, football fans are like a disease, especially if you're a Cowboys fan right now, for real, like a Cowboys disease.
I'm sorry there, real quick, sir. So, real quick. Hey, this is a TripAdvisor to Italy, folks. I'm sorry, you gotta throw in Italy real quick. I'm sorry, now start over.
I think the title of our episode should be like the all the mishaps or something.
Uh-huh.
All right, so football fans are like a disease. Just about any nation on earth has some sort of love affair with football, except perhaps the U.S. and Canada. But such is the fanaticism of Italian football fans that people have taken to calling them tifosi, which literally translates to carriers of typhus. You're going to explain that one to me here in a bit. Cats.
I guess their nickname is just... I'm sorry. I guess their nickname is just that of typhus, and typhus is a disease. I guess they're just like, you spread everywhere.
I got you. Typhus. I didn't kid. I wasn't paying attention.
Mm-hmm.
Cat sound right. Romans are said to adore their feline friends so much that they are considered a biocultural heritage. Anyone convicted of killing a cat, owned or a stray, could face up to a $10,000. Is it
10,000 euros?
10,000 euro fine and up to 3 years in prison. It is estimated that Rome alone is home to around 300,000 cats, the only residents who are permitted to explore the ruins whenever they like. The Italian police force used... Oh, dang, that's bad stuff. The Italian police force used Lamborghinis. Not every Italian police officer can be found driving a Lamborghini, but the most famous supercar brand and the Italian police have indeed been working together for over the last 20 years. Lamborghini provides cars to be used for special medical services that need extra fast support, such as the transportation of organs to patients. The average Italian consumes 25 kilograms of pasta per year. Pasta is practically a religion in Italy, so it's no surprise that the average Italian consumes about 25 kilograms of pasta. To put that into perspective, that's even heavier than your carry-on luggage for an economy airline flight. Superstitions are abundant. It's commonly suggested that Italians are the most superstitious country in Europe. Some examples of everyday superstitions include dropping olive oil into a bowl of water to check for malachio, the evil eye.
Yeah.
Wearing the corno amulet, the devil's horn, to ward off curses on men's manliness and the evil eye. Always placing a loaf of bread face up, lest you affront Jesus Christ. If you're single, don't let a broom touch your feet when someone is cleaning the floor. The saying goes, you can be swept off your feet and get married. So if a broom touches your feet, it means you'll never be swept off your feet. And last but not least, you'll receive good fortune if you hear a cat sneeze. I've heard cats have some crazy sneezes, actually.
Yeah, they were like, it's just like...
yeah, and you're just like, what was that?
You know what always gets me? And you said it one time, too. You're like, you're always like, hey, I wonder what we're going to talk about on this episode, right? But you have access to the slides, and you saw that we're doing Italy, and you'll be doing, every time we do the TripAdvisors, you'll start reading it, and then you're like, what the hell?
Because I like to kind of have that surprise, so like I don't really look at it until like the day of the episode. But then there's like some stuff that I'm like, wait, what? Like kind of like Lambos. Like cops are like they're like, I'll drive the heart today. They're like, you sure? Yes, I'm sure. I'm sure. Pinocchio or whatever like the stereotypical name would be.
Hey, what is it? Was it I can't remember if it was Simpsons or the Family Guy where they're like Pinocchio. Like there was like the they didn't want to get like sued or whatever, so it wasn't Pinocchio, they called him Pinocchio, and it was just like funny how they did it or whatever. But like some of those cop movies, you slide across the hood. I guess you can't do that in Italy, huh? Jack up that Lambo.
No crap, dude. Like that'd be like, they'd be like, don't do it, don't touch it. We don't have that in the budget.
Imagine be like, I got this, Choey. And you go through the drive-through for like at Dunkin' Donuts or something in a Lamborghini.
There'd be pasta donuts right there over there.
Yeah. Oh.
They make pasta donuts.
I don't even know if that sounds good, man, but yeah.
It's just bread.
There were some others.
Heavy donut.
there was a lot of other. One of the other trivias, or one of the interesting facts is, in Italy, it's not illegal, they said, but it's frowned upon to drink a cafe latte after 11 a.m. Like if you need that's considered a morning drink. Anything after that, they say, hey, get an espresso or whatever. But I was just like, okay, it's kind of like they say, don't wear white after Labor Day.
Okay.
And last thing, I'm gonna end with a little story, our little reading rainbow type story time, courtesy of Jandler being here. And this is kind of got a little. This one's called The Exorcist Upchuck, by the way, right? So here's the story. We were at recess Friday, right? One of my fellow teachers was telling me something happened the day before in PE with one of my kids and some other kids, right? And she had heard about it, and so she was telling me, because my kid was kind of like the victim here, right? And I was trying to figure out who was involved. As me and her were talking, this one other kid walks by and he holds up 3 fingers, which is our signal to like go get water, right? Now we're outside, and I was like, "Hey, can you wait a couple minutes?" And he didn't say anything. He walked by, but me and this other teacher were a couple feet apart, because we're chatting, right? As we're looking at kids at recess, and he just proceeds to like stop in the middle of us, turn around, and have like the Exorcist level type of vomiting, right? Just spewage, and it hit the blacktop, and it like bounced up. It got a little bit on my shoes. She got more of it, it's not like she got threw up on, but like it splashed over her pants. But it was just like, I was trying to tell some of the adults later, it's like he purposely stopped in between us. He could have gone somewhere else, you know? He didn't have to go right by us, but he did. And it was just like, and then just, oh.
You look like some the war type story. You dive, no, jump on it, like splash all over you. You're all they're like, just throw it, man. What's wrong with you?
That, but like that was this one of those. You know, I was gonna try and think of the types of, you know, the different types, because you always have those people that kind of like, they're like a silent puker. Like I've had some kids that do that where you don't really hear it. I call it ninja vomit because you don't hear it and it just happens, and maybe it's not that much, right? I told you last year I had a kid that, it was last year, maybe in the first season, but he did it and somehow he got it all over his shirt. Like, because I think he threw up on his desk and was kind of like trying to hide it, and so he like, covered it all up. And then I told you that I think it was the year before we were on a field trip, and this girl got it like somehow she threw up. Well, she threw up on the way back, and somehow she got it like in her hair and stuff. And I'm just like, how does that happen? But now this was like I said, this was powerful, and it was like a stream. Like it's the good amount came out, and you're just like, whoa.
Like on TV, like, when he does like this, and it's all.
Yeah, exactly. And it's just like did you ever see what was that puppet movie those people did for South Park? They're like the
Team America.
You know, yeah, there you go, Team America. I was like, I couldn't think of it. But remember when the puppet's throwing up and he just kept throwing up? That's what it was like. He was just like, and you're just like, oh my. But like I said, me and her are talking, and you just hear this, and you hear her kind of, she jumped, she's like, you know, because like I said, it got on her jeans and stuff, you know. But it was just like, man, oh, this kid, you know. But so nice little story, you know. Nice little, and then later on, she's like, did it hit you? I was like, yeah, well, kinda. I was like, it got a little bit on my shoes. She's like, she's like, lucky, and I was like, yeah, I guess, you know.
You have to scream like a little baby though, that's for sure.
But then at the end of the day, because the kid that threw up was in the, like, there's three of us, right? And the kid that threw up was in the other second grade teacher's classroom. And so at the end of the day, all three of us are walking in after, like, we're walking from the cafeteria because all the dismissal is done. And that teacher who class that kid was in, she's like, you know what's funny? And I was like, is it when Miss So-and-so got thrown up on her jeans? And she's like, no. She kind of chuckled. She's like, no. What's funny is, I guess that kid told his mom a couple times, because she came to eat lunch with him. Yeah. Like, I don't feel that good. She's like, oh, you just need to eat. And then after he ate, he's like, I don't feel that good. She's like, oh, no, now you just need to let the food settle. So he kept trying to tell people, I don't feel good today. And adults are just like,
It's all, I told you so.
Yeah. You're like, you got me. So.
The poor kid probably went home and they were like, what's wrong with you? Like, why can't you just tell somebody you didn't feel like it? Like, their stomach was hurting. He's like, I did.
And he starts crying.
A lot.
Hey, can you want to do the social media plug there, sir?
I got you.
All right.
Make sure you guys follow us on social media at Choey and Jan. That's at CHOEY, letter N, JAN. On Facebook, X, Threads, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, MySpace, your space, everybody's space.
Woohoo!
And don't forget about the Bunker Report.
We'll take the season off. We'll be back next year when it's, hotter than Hades or whatever.
And you're getting punched in the Something-saurus every day.
Well, what did it? No, the PG version, so you could get punched in the Wonder Pocket.
The Wonder Pocket.
Yeah. The beanbag, right?
Especially now with the way people are, like all this trans stuff, it's like it really is a Wonder Pocket. It's like, what do you got there?
Actually, you know what a term I always laughed at? The coin purse. I was like, get punched in the coin purse. But no, dude. So like next week, Choey and Jandler, epic road trip, right? We just got to figure out when do your boys play? They play Sunday afternoon?
I don't know. I think they're scheduled to lose that on Sunday afternoon. Yeah.
Let me see.
Because they play Baltimore
They got the
next
Ravens in
week.
the afternoon. So we want to do it before then. Want to take the road trip before?
Saturday or Sunday. Let me check with the missus and make sure I got nothing going on.
I just got it here. I need to check and see when United play. I think they play Saturday, so like it's easier for me to do. Like either Saturday afternoon or Sunday morning works for me. So you just let me know, all right?
Okay.
All right, man. Well, let me find that button. Ready to pull the plug?
Pull the plug, sir.